person like dropped out of the class?
That's a good question. I haven't seen her name on anything.
Or I wonder if she switched groups or something, or I don't know. I just
That
never
could be
saw her,
true.
so I wondered if she.
No, I never saw her in one of these either. I saw her, she responded to an email once, but that was it.
Yeah. So it looks like it is 31 questions long. So not quite as long as the review, but still.
Let's see. You need to have the applet and you need to have crossroads. Okay.
I guess it's only 30 questions then technically because the first one's kind of a gimme.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Let's see.
So it's 6 questions less, but still. Okay. All right.
At least I got 1 point.
Yay! I'm assuming we can take this one twice, right?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Hey guys.
Hello, you made it.
Yeah. Finally.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
So it's perfect
Yeah,
time.
I'm
How are you?
Bailey, you have something right in your teeth right there.
Oh, great.
Sorry, I hate it when nobody tells me that, and
So do I, so thank you.
I'm a guy. I'm clueless. I didn't even notice.
good job. It's okay. Your wife will get mad at you for it someday.
Yeah, I know.
So
All
good.
right.
I noticed those things.
Yeah, we just ate, so.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm surprised my headphones are working. Like, normally I have to restart my computer and not use them, but
Exciting.
yeah, I'm glad I did.
Very exciting. Okay. Let us know when you've got it open, Bailey, and we'll get started.
Okay. I have so many tabs open. Which ones? Oh, that one. So how was your trip home from Hawaii?
Too long. It's 6 hours from Hawaii to the mainland, to Seattle, and then we left at 8 p.m., which is really 12 p.m. Utah time. And so we didn't get in until 6 a.m. Utah, almost 6 a.m. Utah time. But we were in Seattle for 2 more hours.
Oh no.
And then I had a 2-hour flight, and then I don't know why I did this, but so I'm in the Young Women's Presidency, and I'm over the Beehives, and I decided it was a good idea to put myself on the schedule to teach third hour at 3 o'clock. So I was like dreading because we didn't get into like 11:30. So by the time we got home, it was 12:30. So I didn't go to church because I hadn't slept except for third hour. So I went to third hour. No.
Okay.
Now you need a vacation from the vacation?
Yeah, I pretty much rested the whole time, and then today I left work at like 4:30, so I could start working on this. So
Okay.
no one cares when I eat. So
Yeah, I've been working on it, but I didn't finish.
well, Greg's an overachiever and got it all done.
Oh well, there you go.
Well, I don't know if any of it's right though.
We'll figure it out. We'll work them through together, and then you can help us walk it through them quicker, so we don't have to be here as long.
Right.
There's a benefit to it, I swear, even if they're not all right. Okay. All right. You got it, baby?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay. So for number 2, is it just 2? Or is it 2 and 3?
I think it's just 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this does match. So yeah, I put 2 on the one I filled out.
Oh, good. You way to go, Greg. See, you're right already.
1 right already. So hopefully.
All right. The mean IQ score in the United States is 100.
So 100 is the parameter and 112 is the statistic.
Okay.
Because the statistic is a sample
Yeah.
and the parameter is the population. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
I like just barely watched it on her video.
Wow, you sound like you know a lot of stuff, Bailey.
No. Let's work through it and you'll see how much I don't know.
Okay. So A and D.
Wait, sorry. Did you say A and D?
Sorry, 1 and 100 is a parameter, so the first one, and then 112 is a statistic, so the fourth one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you got, Greg, or did you get something different?
I got, let's see, so 20 would be the parameter, wouldn't it? Because the 100 is just the score, 20 randomly selected statistic students. No, I wrote 20 down as the parameter and 112 as the statistic, but I don't know if that's right. So you think 100 is also the parameter because of that first sentence?
So in the video, she said that the parameter is the result of the population test.
Because in chapter, go ahead, sorry.
You give me that.
No, you go ahead.
So in lesson 3 reading, it says population parameter. An easy way to distinguish between a parameter and statistic is to note the repetition in the first letters. Population parameter, true, usually unknown, value describing a population. And then the sample statistic, estimate of the population parameter obtained from a sample. Does that help? So I feel like.
Yeah, that's fine. So A and B.
So, like.
Well, let me pull up the video. She talks about it right here.
So the parameter would be the mean?
Yeah, and the example, it says in the example above in the reading, the sample mean X over with the line over it is 14,100 is a statistic. Over the last few years, the total mean cost to treat tuberculosis in India has been 13,800. This is considered a parameter.
Okay, cool.
So.
All right, so we'll stick with A and B.
Okay.
I can play her video if it.
That's all right.
Okay.
Well, we get 2 shots at it, so if we're wrong, then.
Right. Yeah. We might want to go back.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is asking about the sampling type.
What type of sample should we collect to gauge the residents' responses to a proposed increase in property taxes?
Yeah, so I did a cluster sample.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's right, but
I get confused between the cluster and the stratified. I wrote cluster down on this with a question mark.
okay.
Stratified is when items to be sampled or organized in the group are similar items called strata. Then a simple random sample is drawn from each of these strata. Simple stratified sampling works well when the items are similar within each stratum and tend to differ from one stratum to another. While cluster consists of taking all items in one or more randomly selected clusters or blocks.
Yeah, so like in this case, the clusters are the distinct neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so too.
We're talking about one neighborhood, right? It's not talking about like 3 neighborhoods in the same city.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 4 neighborhoods. Yeah. So I think it's clustered.
I think so.
I think so too.
Okay. 5.
I think I picked cluster 2.
Yeah, because
I
it's
put stratified on this one, but again, I confuse those two. So
I feel like
Go ahead.
I feel like they're different because one is just talking about a neighborhood, not that you have like a choice.
Mhm.
the thing for me on this one was like stratified is like it's all homogeneous, right? So it's all 4th graders in the district, or who are being sampled.
Yeah, it's similar.
Oh, okay. It's just one type instead of multiple types.
Yeah, they're
Like a
they're
cluster
they're
sample.
selecting 4th grade students.
Okay. Yeah, let's go with that.
I thought those ones are tricky.
Stratified.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I guess if we get them wrong, we know
Yeah.
which one the answer is.
We'll just flip them around, right?
The other one, this one is simple random sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was literally just,
Random.
draw names out of a hat kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one, I have a question mark after I wrote stratified sample. So let's see.
I know it's not systematic and it's not simple. It's got to be one of those other.
A voluntary response sample, that's not even like an option, right?
No.
Okay.
So it's not A.
Well, I know it's an option, but
It's not A, it's not B. And
Yeah.
it's not.
let's see.
It's narrowed down to it as opposed to, Democrats and Republicans.
So that makes me think. That makes me think it's stratified because cluster is all. This is only taking 100 of the list that they had, so that makes me think it's stratified.
Yeah, I think it is too. But again, if we get this one wrong, it's the other one.
At least we know. Guys, do you like that my dog's just like sleeping behind me?
Oh, that's a dog? I thought that was like a blanket or something.
Yeah, no. And then this is my dog.
Hey.
Sorry, go.
He's cute.
Oh, thank you.
I sort of wish we had a dog, but
If you have
not
young
really.
you don't want a dog.
I decided to have kids instead. We'll see if that was a good idea.
Yeah, we got a dog.
Yeah.
It was my way to break my husband into the idea of having kids.
There you go.
Baby steps.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so 7 was stratified then?
Yeah.
Okay.
This next one we have to open the data. Plug it into the little calculator deal.
Okay.
I got 4.77.
Hey, remind me how I use this again, please.
You have to copy and paste the data from the crossroads column B.
Uh-huh.
You paste it into that quantitative descriptive statistics that Excel like template calculator, and then it does all of the math
Where's
I
the
forgot.
is it listed? It's not listed.
It's not listed, but it's like one of those things that we've downloaded, or like
And
we
use
downloaded in one of the other lessons.
I forgot about that. I just did it myself.
okay. The quantitative descriptive statistics one.
Yeah. So it's asking us to calculate the mean. So you said you got 4.77.
Yeah.
How did you calculate that? With a calculator, or you did the same thing? You're using that same
No,
Excel?
I did it myself. So
Wow.
it could very well be wrong.
Well, no, that's what this thing's telling me too.
Oh, okay.
How did you come
So,
up with that?
well, the mean is
Oh, you just
just,
took like the average of the data?
no, so, oh, yeah. So, you just add all those numbers together and then divide it by how many numbers there are,
Count?
right?
Yeah, you divide the sum by the count.
Count. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how I got that.
You took all 86 of them in your spreadsheet and then just added them together and then divided them by the total number.
No, so there's a shortcut in Excel.
Oh.
If you highlight it
Yeah, I'll show you.
down at the bottom of your worksheet.
Yeah, so here's the mean. And so you take the sum divided by the count of all of these numbers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
I really overcomplicate things a lot, so
That's fine.
did
So
it.
now it's asking for the standard deviation.
But now you know how to do it, right?
Right, I still don't know how to calculate the standard deviation.
No, me neither.
This
Okay.
So 4.77 is one
thing, that's the mean. The Excel thing will calculate the standard deviation for you. That quantitative descriptive statistics.
It won't?
It will.
Oh, it
It's
will.
in the box. Oh,
The
here.
standard deviation is at 1.911.
One, yeah.
Too many windows.
I know, seriously.
1.91. Did you guys round number 8 to 3, so 4.771?
Yeah.
I put 0, but oh, okay. It's just not showing all of my numbers. So. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, how do you make a histogram?
It makes it for you on that same Excel thing you're on.
Oh, is
That's
that
it right
just
above
that
there.
fancy thing with the blue bars?
Yep.
Okay. Nice, we get a free point.
So let's see then. I created it. Oh, you're right. We know we got 2 points.
Yes.
Take it. Okay, this one.
Okay, here's where I got stuck. I mean, on question 10, I've got A and B, or of course 11, I guess, but I couldn't calculate the standard deviation and get the right answer.
Was there an answer key? There wasn't, right?
No, I
No.
I guess this will be the answer key.
No, but I put it into Excel and had it do the standard deviation calculation itself, and it's like nowhere close. So.
What did you get for 11? Did you get negative 0.650?
Yeah.
how did you guys get that? Tell me, please.
So
Just by plugging in
I plugged those 4 data points into that Excel thing, and it told me the mean, which was the 38.075, which then allows you to figure out all of, what A is, because now you know what X is. Or no, now you know what X bar is, which is 38.075. So if you just subtract the two, that's how I came up with it. I'm guessing, I am hoping that's right.
That's what I did.
And then when you start plugging in all the other ones, well, that's how you get B too. And then for B,
is it negative 0.165 or do you put a positive on it?
It's negative.
yeah, that's it. And then for B, I got 0.6806.
Negative.
I got positive on that one.
But
Let me redo that though. So 37.25 minus 38.075 squared gives me a positive number.
because when you square it, don't you get?
Yeah.
Oh, but we square it. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So 0.6806 is what I got on that one.
Oh my gosh, I can't tell what I'm doing. Okay.
0.
Yeah, 0.681.
I'd call it 681. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, 0.681.
Then this one's confusing. I circled none of these as correct, but I have a big question mark next to my answer.
Okay. Well, I think it's the variance, because if you look at lesson 3, it talks about the standard deviation, and then you find the variance, because if you just use the standard deviation, then your mean will be 0, right?
So is it asking what the squared deviation column, what that means, what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even think I understood that question there. Okay.
Okay.
So what quantity?
Variance?
On the numbers. So that's the variance. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So why is it the variance? Sorry, is that just a definitional thing?
In lesson 3, that's what they call it throughout the whole reading.
Okay.
So. I'm busy, baby.
Okay.
What? Okay, bye. I don't know what she's saying.
So for 14, I got that one from the Excel thing, 0.715.
I knows how to open up the toilet.
sorry. Let me get you up here.
Yeah, so this one
Three
I got
temperatures.
by plugging those 4 things into the Excel thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I came up with the standard deviation. 0.715.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I got too. But I think we're supposed to know like how we got to that answer.
Yeah, how to actually calculate it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how to
and
do that.
I got so lost. Also with the quantitative numbers, we're supposed to know how to do that too, I think.
What?
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. It's
So
just, I don't know.
15, I put true because when you have a negative, oh wait a minute, I think I'm confusing z-scores and standard deviation.
Find out.
I think you're confusing the deviation
Yeah.
from the mean with the standard deviation.
Because the
Because
standard
that's
deviation can never be negative.
right.
Yeah, I was confusing z-scores, which can be negative, but that's fine.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So false, right? We under-
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So for 16, I got extradural.
Yeah.
So case and result in the most consistent temperatures from one seal to another.
And that's just like observing the standard deviation column.
So whatever the
It's
smallest.
smaller the number. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you have to do is, divide by the number square root. Yeah.
Oh, you
How do
do?
you say that?
So what?
Yeah, because the sample size changes, and so I don't think, this is just my opinion, I don't think you can like just judge it off the
It's not
smallest
like an
number here.
observation. Yeah.
Right, and so
Okay.
that's why I did it that way.
So how
So
did you
like,
calculate it?
So just
I'll show you.
square root of n divided by the standard, or the standard deviation divided by the
Over, oh yeah, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'll show you like what I got.
7.
So they're all mismatched. But here is
Oh,
a.
that's good though. Okay, so that's how you did it, and then the smallest number, the smallest result of all those is how you got extra dural.
This is A. This is B. This is C. So yeah. So extradural got the smallest number, which is 0.3.
Did you like scan your notes, Bailey? Or are you doing that? Are you writing that on?
Yeah, I'm writing on it.
What do you write on? Do you write on like an iPad?
Like a tablet or something? Or?
No, yeah. So this is a 2-in-1. So half tablet, half computer.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'd show you mine, but I have
like
literally. Oh, there's my version of that.
Hold on, I can't see it.
It was just handwritten notes. I like yours better.
Oh, okay. It's awesome because I don't have to keep a notebook or anything.
You just keep all your notes that way. That's nice.
Okay,
yeah, so I like it a lot.
Extra dural. Okay, 17. 3.
Oh, again, I don't know if that's right, but I'm hoping.
Did you put 8?
What's that?
Did you put 8 for 17?
No, I put. Oh.
Wouldn't it be 8? Or is that
In
wrong?
the No, I'm sure that's right, but in the review, it asks you like what percentage is the box
Oh,
in the box plot. So I was confused there.
you're like, this doesn't make any sense.
No, but I think you're right. I think it's 8.
Yeah, it is a Q3 is the last line.
Okay, so
What percentage of the data lies between 4 and 8 hours?
Okay. This is where I got 40%.
So how do you get 40%? Because it's out of 12?
Yeah, so so take 12, which is the highest, right? Minus 2, and that'll give us 10.
Mm-hmm. That's just out of
Okay, so from 2 to 12, there's 10 spaces, and then from 4 to 8, so just 8 minus 4, that's 4, and then just divide 4 by 10, and that equals 40.
So 40%. So it would be 40 is our answer then?
Yeah, mhm.
That makes
That's what I got anyway.
That totally makes sense.
Okay.
Because the minimum and the maximum.
yeah, I didn't get this. I put something else, but I don't understand this. Like, I thought they were asking. They're basically asking the shaded portion of the box plot. What does that represent, right?
Yeah, and they're saying the minimum is 2 and the maximum is 12.
Yeah.
And so from that, then we get 10. So whatever, how many of that would be the percentage, I think. Right, Bailey?
Oh, I see now.
Right, yeah.
And where this case is kind of easy. I'll take it.
So you kind of take like, I guess I kind of think of it as
You
like,
subtract the minimum from the maximum, and whatever's left is what you would
is like
divide
your
up.
population, and then the sample, this is how I think of it. It's not correct, but the sample is like the box kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's just how I think of it. So like, yeah, what percentage is the sample from the population? And does that make sense?
Yep,
Makes sense.
Okay.
I like it. Okay. This one was confusing too.
Yeah, I have no idea. Unless you guys.
So I think, and tell me if I'm wrong. So to come up with the mean, I took the 1.59 plus the 2.52 and divided it by 2. Those are the only two numbers
Yeah.
you're given.
I did that too.
Did you get 2.055?
I'm not sure yet. What number is this?
19?
19.
Or it's 20 on the worksheet.
Oh, okay, yeah. I got, 2.055.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better.
Well, I mean, that's the only the only numbers we have
Yeah,
to
it makes,
So
yeah,
how else would we calculate it?
it just seemed too easy.
Yeah.
We'll hope we're right.
And then for the standard deviation, I plugged in the mean to the formula up there where it says,
Mm-hmm.
so if we know the answer is 1.59, it equals the mean minus 2 times the standard deviation. And the standard deviation is X. I don't
So
know if I overthought this one, but I got 0.2325.
you did that by just ripping apart the equation u minus 2o equals 1.59.
Yeah.
And since we know the mean now, which is u,
2.055, right? We don't know what that we're solving for the standard deviation. So that's like the X in the equation.
so minus 2o is 1.5.
Oh. Let me see.
So it would be 2.055 minus the 2 standard deviation equals 1.59.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I think so. I don't know how else you'd figure it out, but it tells you up there. We'll assume that 1.59 is the value of mu minus 2 times standard deviation.
So I can see where you're getting with that, but I guess what I did is I just subtracted 1.59 by the mean, and then I got negative 0.465,
Yep.
and then I squared that, and then
Square it to get out the 2.
here I don't explain things very well, so I like to share my screen a lot. Okay, so this minus this equals this, right? And then I squared that to get the variance right here. So that's the variance.
Okay.
And then I did the same thing over here. I subtracted this highest number by the mean, and I got the same thing because there's only 2 numbers. So
So it checked on both.
so this is what I got for the standard deviation, because what you do to find the standard deviation is you add the 2 variances together, right? And that's your standard deviation.
So theoretically, if you took 0.432 and times it by 2,
Right, yeah. So I think we're on the right track. We just need to get.
because that was how I figured. That was how I thought mine worked. Is it like it checked? If you take, but that doesn't though.
But it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't equal the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know.
I don't know how to do that.
So the mean is 2.
I'm gonna put.
Come on. Plus 2.
Yeah, it says the sample variance is denoted by the symbol S squared. The sample standard deviation for the GPAs in the histogram above is 0.663. The sample variance for the data set is 0.663 squared. So that's got to be right.
Okay, so 2 times. But the thing is if this.
It doesn't check going the other way.
But if I knew how to find the standard deviation, it would help. See, if this was 0.216, it would equal 2.52. I think, anyway.
Is this
No, that's it. Mine's not right either.
I think when you use 0.2325, it checks both ways. If you do for 1.59 and for 2.52, if you use that as the standard deviation and use 2.055 as the mean.
so? How did you get to that, Greg?
I just set up the algebra formula so that 1.59 equals equals the mean minus 2 times x. I don't know what x is. X is a standard deviation. I just solved for x.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right. It worked, like the math works, but I don't know if that's how you're supposed to really come up with the answer.
Did you plug it into Excel and get the
No,
actual?
because
Okay.
you only have 2 values. I mean, I guess let's try that and see what happens. Because you only have 1.59.
Right.
2.52. It says that the standard deviation is 0.7. I'm just going to put that answer. I don't know. Let's see if we get it right.
So 0.2325.
Yeah. Well, it's asked for 3 places, so 0.233.
Yeah. Because the math works out algebraically. I don't know how else you would figure it out.
Right. I don't either.
0.658.
I think what you're saying is the answer to the variance. His variance is O squared.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
You're
But
on
the
the
variance would be 0.2 whatever. I gosh.
what was that?
The variance would be 0.216. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, the next one. It's actually important that we get this one right because it's these other 2 answers are affected by it. So I guess that was the other thing.
Estimate the mean.
Between what 2? So if you took the mean and added and subtracted the standard deviation from the last one, that would give you the range of 68%, right? Because that's one standard deviation from the mean.
Yeah.
So if you take 2.055 and add 0.2325, you get 2.2875 or 2.288.
And then if you minus it, does that get you 1.823?
Let's see. 2.25, you get 1.823. Yeah. So it's that last one. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just curious. Well, I guess we can come back if we get it wrong. Okay. 22.
So this one, let's see. What is the probability?
So this
I
is
literally have a question here. I don't know how you find the z-score.
I think this is similar to what you and I were doing, Bailey, when you and I got sick so bad because we didn't know what the value was, and I couldn't remember what we did.
It's like you need another number to figure it out.
Yeah, that was the struggle Bailey and I had with the homework, wasn't it? Last time?
Yeah, it was.
Do you remember what we did?
Yeah, so I'll just kind of pull it up.
You use the applet?
You do. Well, not for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. So what we did, so this is the value we're looking for. And then we've got the mean here and the standard deviation. So what we're going to do is go 542.3. This is the value, which is what? X bar. 542.3, which is the mean divided by the standard deviation. 120. But the thing is that you can't divide by 0 because these are going to cancel themselves out, right?
Yep.
And so we can't find the z-score. However, if this is the mean and it's the median, basically, whatever is above or below that is just going to be 50%, right? Does that make sense?
Kind of.
I guess if it's normally,
because
it says it is too. It says right there that normally.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Like we can, there's no way that we can find a z-score, so that's like the only solution that I can think of.
50%. So 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Because you're saying that's right in the middle. The mean is the same as the number. Like you have a 50% chance of getting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you going to put 0.5 or 50? It doesn't tell you in this one. You put 0.5.
I don't think a couple extras.
I put.
To be consistent, right?
Yeah.
That's
I
all
put
the other ones after.
0.500. So.
That was tricky.
So for this one, I got 0.478679 to put into the applet.
Yeah.
And then I got, so what I wasn't sure about, is it just 1/3, the left third of the bottom z-score, or is it the anything below the top one?
So let's see. So
either 0.3160 or 0.6840, right?
you got, if you highlight them, that's what I highlight at least. This is part of the applet that's always confused me too. Which one do you actually highlight?
Yeah, because they're asking for that a randomly selected student will be below 600. So I would assume that that's anything to the left
of the positive z-score.
Yes.
Yeah, so
that what you would think too? So it's
640 is what I got.
Okay.
Hopefully that's
right. 0.684.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I just did it backwards.
Okay. So then the other one would be 0.316, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then this is what I don't know. How do you find the GMAT score that corresponds to the 10th percentile?
Yeah.
Here's how I did. I don't know if this is right. So if you take the z-score formula,
Okay.
you know what the z-score is, right? It's the 1.282. No, sorry. If you go to the applet first,
The z-score is 0.478679. So 0.478.
But if you go to the applet and type in 0.1 in the area, it tells you what the z-score is, which is the 1.282.
Oh. Gosh dang it. No.
So if you go to the area and type in 0.1 at the top.
Mine won't let 0.1.
What was the z-score again?
Up at the top, you don't know the z-score. If you type where it says area, if you type 0.1, now it'll tell you what the z-score is. Oh, but that's different.
1.282. Is that right?
I got a different number. That's weird.
So what part was highlighted for you when you entered 0.1?
Well, it just the left side highlights if you type in 0.1.
So when you type it in notes, you have nothing selected?
Yeah, it'll automatically. What's the number you have there in the area, Bailey? Is that 0.1, like 0.1?
No.
Type in 0.1. So that should be your z-score for the 10th percentile.
I see. Just select this portion.
You don't
Why
have to.
do you only select the left portion and not the right portion?
Well, there's in my mind there's two parts to this equation. The first is figuring out what the z-score is, and that's what the z-score is. So if you set up your z-score formula, where you have negative 1.282 equals x, because we don't know the value, minus the mean, which is the 542.3, divided by the standard deviation. That's how it was showing it on the.
You know what? Yeah,
I share my screen. I'm not as tech savvy as you guys.
Yeah, because I remember getting this one wrong, like on the homework quiz or the group quiz that we did.
Yeah, I went back and looked at the sample in the.
Oh, I'm still screaming.
I looked up this one. I can't remember what lesson it was in. But I looked this one up, like the step by step when I did this one.
Okay. Well.
So
I got 387.76.
So you would just do negative 1.282 equals x minus 542.3 divided by 120.54, and then just work out the equation.
Yeah. And what that should give you is the test score for the 10th percentile, which is 387.76, I think, or 388, because it's saying rounded off nearest whole number.
Okay, hold on.
So you're taking the mean. I'm sorry. You're taking the mean minus 2 times the standard deviation. Is that right?
No, you know the z-score formula?
Mm-hmm.
So we just found the z-score by the applet, by using the applet, but we don't know the value. So it's x minus the mean over the standard deviation.
So I got, what did you say you got again?
387.76.
Okay, that's what I got too.
And so since it's asking to round to the nearest whole number, I put 388.
So is that the lowest 10%?
Yeah. And so that's why we used the negative z-score, because it was asking for the 10%, the 10th percentile. The next question's asking you for the 90th percentile.
Okay.
And so you'd use the positive z-score, or you could do the same thing. You could plug in 0.9 in the applet
And then
for the area, and then it'll tell you what the z-score is, and then you solve for x. I think at least that's how I did it. And
so when I do that,
I
it gives me the same z-score.
but it's positive.
Oh, so we'd be
Because
going
you're-
off of 1.282.
Exactly. It's positive because you're doing the 90th percentile. You're above the mean. And then you get 697. At least that's what I got.
Okay. So 154.53. So 69. What did you say you got?
When you round it up, I got 697.
Okay. Yep, that's what I got. Does that make sense, Bailey?
Yeah, the last part. I'm just working through
The math.
backwards the z-square just to try to get my head wrapped around it.
So the way that the lesson taught it was that you can use this applet two different ways. If you know what you're trying to solve for, like the 10th percentile or the 90th percentile, you plug that in the area up top, and
Okay.
it'll tell you what the z-scores are.
Right, okay.
The other way you do it is you tell it what the z-scores are, and it'll tell you what the probability area is.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
that makes sense. Find the first quartile of the distribution of GMAT scores.
Okay, so again, I don't know if this is right, but I did the same thing. So I went to the applet and typed in 0.25 because that's what the first quartile is, right? 25.
Yeah.
If you plug in 0.25, it tells you what the z-score is.
-674, right?
Mm-hmm. And then so you just sort of solve it the same way. -674 equals x minus 542.3 over, the same formula we just did in the last one.
Okay.
And then I got 461.
Oh my gosh.
Are you okay, Bailey?
Yep. I just exited out of my group quiz.
I think if you reopen it, it will reopen
Yeah,
it.
it should resume.
I've been saving all my answers, so hopefully. All right, so what did you get for the 10th percentile and the 90th percentile?
So number 25 was 388.
Okay.
26 was 697. And then 27 was 461.
And I just checked it, and that's what I got too. If that makes you feel
Okay,
better.
yeah, it does actually. Because if the logic's wrong on the first one, all of these are wrong.
Yeah. Then we just have to go back and figure out another one. But if the logic is right, then they're right.
So then for 30 or for 28, it's the same thing, but now the area you're plugging in is 0.75.
Okay. I'm not doing my math right. So I think that's why I'm
Fine.
And then
so positive number.
it tells you what, so it's the 0.674. So you plug that in that same formula and you get 624.
Yep, I got 624.
Hopefully. Okay, so 29.
Does anyone else think it's brutal that we have to have another group quiz on Wednesday?
Yeah, I was hoping that this would be the whole week was just this exam.
Yeah. No, our exam is Wednesday night at 11.
That's crazy.
I'm like, so is our exam recorded?
I didn't
How
think
does he
it
do
didn't
that?
seem that way. I think you just take it on here.
Cool.
It's just sort of like honor code that you have. What did you say? One side of a piece of paper.
Yeah, one sheet of paper or whatever it was.
Okay, so this one, I took the standard deviation and divided it by the square root of 15. I think that's how you do this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it would be the 120.54 divided by the square root of 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I asked about the testing because in my accounting class, if you didn't use the recorded thing, they wouldn't like use your score.
And you had to turn it in. You had to turn in the recording. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's this way on this one. So I got 31.1 on that one.
Oh my gosh.
I got 31.123. Is that what you got?
Yeah. It's asking for one decimal place.
So 31.1.
Yeah.
Is that what you got too, Bailey?
Yeah.
And then
I'm sorry. That's the answer for number 30.
okay. Yeah, I was just looking it up and I was like, wait a second.
What is the mean of the distribution of sampling scores? Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm so totally confused now.
So how can that be?
Sorry, no. The mean is the 524 or 542.3. The mean should be the same.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, the 31.1 is the answer for the next one.
So 542.3 is the answer for 21, and then it's the answer we got previously of the 31.1 for the other one.
Correct. Sorry.
You're fine. I was wondering, I was like looking at the equation and I was like, wait, I thought we did the other one.
Thought we just did that.
All right, should we see how we did?
Wait, we still have one more though.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so this one is another, I don't know if I did this right, but this is another two-part one where you have to find the z-score and then plug the z-score into the applet to get the probability.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You've also got to find the sample deviation, but we have that.
we did that in the one above, yeah.
Right.
So I have the 600 minus the 542.3 divided by the 31.1, which gives you a z-score of 1.8541. And when you plug that into the applet,
What did you say? I got 1.855. Is that what you got?
sure, that's close, yeah.
The standard for the z-score.
Z-score, yeah. And then it's asking for, here's the part where I don't totally get it. So I highlighted the last quadrant, the third quadrant. Got 0.0318.
So where are we using 15 then?
We used 15 to derive the 31.1
Okay.
in the equation.
Okay. Oh, right.
But I guess the question is like if
Can
everybody
you guys still hear me?
542 on the GMAT,
Can
they're
you
asking what
please?
percentage of people will score above 600.
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Try taking your headphones out.
Yeah, I turned them off because they're dying, but I'm sure they'll last until
We're almost done.
This is the last one.
Yeah.
As long as we do well.
So yeah, there you go.
Okay,
I
so
think it's 0.032.
Just a minute.
But I don't
I
know.
really don't like technology, you guys.
0.32 because that's everything to the right.
Yeah. So let's just see how we get there.
Yeah, I still can't hear anything.
Oh no.
Oh, it doesn't tell you.
Can you just show me your screen? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess.
Here.
Oh, right. Okay. That's what I got too. So.
We got 83%.
Which ones did we get wrong? Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this one.
So we got 84% on that.
Well, I was wrong about the variance, wasn't I? Oh, great.
I'm okay with that. I'd be afraid I would get something wrong if I tried to take this again.
Oh, you know what's funny? We got 4 and 5 wrong.
Yeah, so those are like the opposites.
Well, if you want, we can try and retake it and just get a couple more extra. Bailey, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I gotta go. I gotta go to a concert for my daughter tonight. Right now, anyway. So.
You're fine. Let's do this. If we want to, Bailey, I'll email you. But why don't we do this? I may go through it again and just see if I can get a couple more answers right with them side by side.
Okay.
And then I'll email you guys and let you know what I get. And so on those answers that are wrong, I'll email them to you.
Okay.
If I get any different answers.
Awesome.
Let me restart my computer and then I'll join back up with you guys.
Okay.
That'll probably work.
Oh wait,
What?
I think there's a G chat.
Are you guys done? Do you guys
Yeah.
need to be done?
I do. I gotta fail. Sorry.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'll stay. I will stay.
Okay.
I can see it.
Thanks, guys.
So
Appreciate it.
Right. You're no problem, Greg.
Good luck on the test.
Thanks, you guys too.
All right.
No, not really. Well, kind of. She can't hear me. What do you mean? Oh. Yes. Okay, that would be good. I really appreciate that. We have chicken. There's chicken. Just defrost, take the bag and defrost the bag. It's not the chicken, it's the bag. Look at the bag. But defrost it, you could grill it. I've seen good teriyaki sauce, you could grill it after you're done. But that's not for another 40 minutes. Okay. Whatever.
Hey, dog. Bring me that ball. Bring it here. Come dog over here. Bring it over here. Bring it over here, Nick. Bring it here. Bring it here, Nick. Hey. Would you teach that ball, boss? Bring it here, Nick. Bring it here.
Always, Dad. I'm the boss.
Look at dogs. We look at dogs. We look. We look. We look at dogs.
Hey.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was on mute because I was like, oh, I'm recording and I'm just casually having a conversation with my husband in the kitchen as he's cooking food. I'm like, oh, I don't want that to be on the recording. That's awkward.
That's funny.
The look on your face was like, no. That's funny.
Yeah.
Sorry, my dog got very upset. He came over and was like, "What's going on? Is everyone okay?" Like, everyone all right?
Cute.
Okay, so I kept the one open that has all of our answers, so we can just like copy and paste them really quick. So I have all those ones up, and then maybe we can go through and see if we can even just get like 2 or 3 more right.
Awesome. Sounds good.
If we can't, then that's fine. But if we do, then great.
Cool.
So doesn't do us any harm. I figured at least. Okay. All right. Let me know when you've got everything back open again.
Yeah.
And we'll try and whiz through this. We have to go look at a property and like I have to leave in like 35 minutes.
Okay.
But
I should go soon because it's bedtime. So.
Hey, just make your husband do it. That means you get out of bedtime.
Right? Yeah, he works overtime. Like I have to do it by myself. So.
Are you serious?
Well, some nights, not all the time, but.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Bless you. I couldn't do that.
If he really needs to finish a project, then.
Do they pay him more for that, or is he just salary?
Yeah. No, they pay him overtime.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
It's kind of worth it then.
It's a little extra money. Not a bad deal. At least that's how I see it.
That's my husband works in sales, and I just tell him, I'm like, if he's like, I'm only at 5 sales today, and he usually tries to get like 7 or 8 sales in a day. And I'm like, okay, well, do you need to stay an extra hour to get 6? He's like, yeah, I got to stay an extra hour to at least get 6. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Okay. So do you have that up?
Yeah, I do. Sorry.
Okay, question 1 is true.
Right.
Question 2 is a randomly selected brand of toothpaste at a convenience store.
Okay.
Question 3 we got correct with the 1 and 4. So 100 is a parameter and 112 is a statistic.
Okay.
And then number 4, did we get that correct? Number 4 we did not get correct, so I'm assuming it's stratified.
Probably. Yeah.
That's my guess. Because I know it's not a systematic sample, and I'm like positive it's not a simple random.
Right, because you could be representing one more than the other. So I think stratified would be a good one because you choose groups, right? And then you take simple random samples of the groups.
I think so. Let me see if I can find.
Because the other one's about the cluster and the stratified we got wrong. I don't know which ones they are, but.
So I think number 4 is stratified, and then I think number 5 is cluster.
Okay, so we got those 2 wrong.
Yeah, because we got 4 and 5 wrong, and we thought that, I assume that they must be different then because we put cluster on, we put stratified on 5 and we put cluster on 4. So I'm guessing 4 is stratified and 5 is cluster.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. So I think that the cluster sample is using all the students
in
the cluster.
All items in one or more randomly selected cluster.
Yeah, and then so it's random. Okay.
Cluster, and then number 4 is stratified because are organized in groups, and then a simple random sample is taken.
Right. So it's the opposite.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I think. What do you think?
No, I think so too. That makes.
So 4 is D, and 5 is E. Is that what that is? Yeah, E.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 is going to be A, simple random sample. Okay. 7 is going to be a stratified random sample.
Okay.
We got that one right.
Okay.
I'll tell you if we get one wrong.
Okay.
Okay, 8 is 4.771. How many do you need me to repeat them to?
Okay. We're doing good.
Okay, 8, 4.771. Okay, 9 is 1.911. Okay. Yeah, 10 is true. 3 points. Love that. Okay. 11 we got correct. It's negative 0.165.
All right. This one is 0.8 something.
Yeah, question 12 we got correct with 0.681.
Oh, 681.
We're close.
Close. There's an 8 in there.
Yeah, only a little dyslexic. I'm super dyslexic. I either don't remember things or I see things backwards half the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so 13 we got wrong and we put the variance.
Right. Okay.
What do you think it is?
Let's see. What quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations? I think it's none of these. Because this
2% chance.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I don't think it's the standard deviation.
I don't think so. It's not the mean.
Sum of the squared deviation. So it wouldn't be because the standard squared deviation. Because the deviation squared would be more than the standard deviations, right?
Well, it would be more than the deviations from the mean, but not the standard deviation.
Right. So it wouldn't be equal to the standard deviations because it would be more than the standard deviation. Right? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right.
Am I making sense?
Yeah, because you have to divide that sum by how many variances there are, if that makes sense.
Because it's saying what quantity is equal to the sum of the numbers in the squared deviations column, and above the squared deviations column is deviation from the mean squared. So there's no way, I don't think there's any way it could be the standard deviation number.
Right. So should we just go with none?
Sure, I feel great about that. Hey, we're just trying to get more points.
Right.
Okay, 14. 14 we got right, and it was 0.715. Your kids are being super quiet for them being by themselves.
Oh no, Ty's here tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but when he works overtime, I have to do it by myself.
Okay, so 15 is going to be false. Okay, 16 we got correct, and it's extradural, so B. 17 we got correct, and it's 8. 18 we actually got incorrect.
Yeah. I don't know what to do about that, so I'm gonna take a crack at it.
Well, is there a chance? Hold on. Two, 12 is 10, 4 to 8 is still 4. So it's still 40%. The only thing I can think of is if we take in from 2 to 14, because I don't know what that dot is out there at the end.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my best guess.
Do you just want to pick, I don't know, like 50% or like 33% or
So
something?
33% would be if we included 14 instead of 4. So do we want to try 33?
Sure. In a minute, I'll come. Okay? Go snuggle up to Dad. And I'll be out in a little bit, okay? Did you brush teeth already? No. Okay, well, tell Dad to go brush your teeth.
Mom, I need a book.
What?
I heard that I need a book.
Yeah.
Read a book. Like, Mom, what are you doing?
Sass like that all day long, let me tell you.
She'll come up to me. She's a master manipulator. She's 4. And I'll take her to Costco, and she'll see the dresses in Costco, and she'll go, because she can't say my name, so she calls me Allah. She goes, Auntie Allah, I need that dress. Tina, you do not need that dress. And she goes, Auntie Allah, no, I need that dress. And I'm like, do you have $20? And she goes, no, but you do. I go, Tina, what makes you think I have $20? And she goes, because you've grown up.
You've grown.
You're grown up. And I'm like, and she's like, you buy me stuff all the time. And I'm like, oh, I've spoiled you. My bad.
Not doing that.
Sorry. Random tangent. I love my nieces and nephews to death.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 19. Are we on 19?
Yes, we're on 19.
Okay, 19 is going to be 2.055.
The Price family has 24 grandkids, and so I have the heart. I get some gifts and like not some others because I just lose track.
We had to stop. I stopped buying them gifts because they're all so spoiled rotten, and I buy them. Granted, we don't have any kids, but we buy them in activities. So this last year we took them to the little play instead, and it was actually cheaper than what I would have spent on their gifts. But then I get like an experience with them, so they can like remember with me, or like I take them on dates, so I do that instead. Like I'll take them on a date to like the park and then like to a movie, and I'm like $10 at a movie is cheaper than me spending $30 for you to have a birthday present.
Yeah, exactly. That's quite cool.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Because they're spoiled, stinking rats. So yeah, that's
my kids are too.
Hey, it happens, right? You want to give them.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Gotta finish. Okay, so 20 is 0.233.
0.233.
Let me double check. Yes.
Okay.
And then 21, we got correct, and that's the last one, which is 1.823 and 2.288.
Okay.
Okay, so 22 is 0.500. You were right.
Good.
One guess worked out great. Okay. 23 is 0.684. Okay, 24. 24 we got correct, and it's 0.316. Your kid doing funny things.
Yeah. He takes a drink and goes,
Oh, that's hilarious.
Don't touch my laptop. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, he can't see you.
Oh, can you wave?
Here you go. Can you wave?
Wave. Hi.
That's me. He can't.
You want to see a dog? Dog.
See the puppy?
Dog. Dog. Can you say dog?
Dog.
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 Is he reaching for it like dog? Yeah. Oh, do you see the puppy? The dog. He says hi. The puppy.
Yeah. Oh no, no touching.
Okay. All right. Are we on 24? Did I get
Yeah.
24?
You did, but I don't remember, so.
No, you're fine. 24 is 0.316.
Okay.
Okay. And then 25 is going to be 387.
Okay.
26 is going to be 690. Sorry, I'm messing up my numbers. 25 is 387. 26 is 697.
Okay.
Okay. 27 is 461.
All right.
28 is 624. 29 is 542.3. And 30 we got wrong, and I'm not really sure if I care.
Okay. Not really.
Unless you want to rework it, I'll rework it with you.
Like I said, I don't know how to do that.
No, you're fine.
Oh, but I think we just didn't put enough like zeros or something.
Oh,
You're
round.
supposed to round to 3 decimal.
So 31.00.
Probably 000.
Sorry, 31.100. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. There we go.
31.100. Okay. And then 31 is 0.032.
Okay.
Yeah. So we did. We had to have at least done better than we did last time.
I think so.
94.
Yeah.
So we still got 30 wrong. What did we get wrong?
18.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You are so welcome. Thank you. And I will email Greg the answers to the ones we got wrong so he has them.
Sounds great.
So cool. See you later. See you Wednesday at 8:30, right?
8:30.
Barb, when are you taking the test?
When am I taking it?
Yeah.
If I can get these concepts down tomorrow. I don't think I can do it tonight, but probably tomorrow.
Okay. Well, good luck. I was going to take it Wednesday night after I'm done with mutual, but I don't know how I'm going to do that and have us have a group meeting.
All right.
So
We could meet Thursday maybe.
I don't think I can meet Thursday.
Okay.
Because I could meet early in the morning, but I don't think that would probably work for you.
I could do it, but I'll be distracted half the time. So I mean.
So yeah, I think Greg couldn't. I think Greg works from like 7 to 9, 7 to 10 on Thursdays or something, and Tuesdays.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So yeah,
I could do after 9 on Thursday.
Yeah, I can.
That would work fine with me.
Maybe I'll email him and say, hey, because of the test, is there any way we could maybe meet late Thursday night before it's due at like 9?
I guess that's 10 my time, but I can make it work.
Well, what time? You're Mountain Time, right?
Yeah.
If we met well, I guess what time zone is he in? Oh, he's in California. So that's 10 o'clock our time. Yeah, because that would give us an hour to do it. Or we could see maybe if he cares if we meet earlier and then he just watches the video. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
For after, I don't know. Maybe I'll email him because I just feel like that's going to be a pain.
Yeah. Just kind of see when he's going to take the test and.
Yeah. And then go from there.